Hello everyone and welcome back to Tour de Banden episode number 3. If you have not checked the episodes before 1 and 2, please do check it before we get on with this video. So, we have stage 5, 6, 7, Liège-Bastogne-Liège, Montcassel, Kasselberg in Dunkirk. Well, that's 7, and the 6 is Ronde van Vlaanderen. It's going to be a tough day for the GC rider, especially in the Ronde route, climbing the Muur van Geraardsbergen and many more. So, last 4 stages we had in total 32 abandons. Let's see what this magic number will be in today's episode. We're on the way for stage 5 of Tour de Banden. Liège-Bastogne-Liège it is, 253 kilometers, and it is an old route. And I look at the start list and I already see EF Education and Jumbo-Visma left with 4 riders, while UAE Team Emirates is also left with 5. Not good news for Tadej Pogačar. We do have a fall, and it is a big one. I have missed it completely, and I think we do have an abandon. That is Roger Kluge from Lotto Soudal. Ewan also went down in that crash, also Melier, but they'll be back pretty soon. I can say 180 kilometers to go. And the second place rider in the GC, Sylvain Dillier, has decided to attack. There's obviously no points on offer for the points classification apart from the finish, but if the breakaway wins the stage, he has a chance of getting that yellow jersey back from Sean Bennett. But 178 kilometers to go. I'll catch you up with the action later. Oh, there's a crash. There is a crash right here, and it's Casper Pedersen who crashed, also bringing 2 more jumbo riders down. I think it's going to be Pedersen that could abandon. Yes, it will be. Casper Pedersen for Team DSM abandons with 144 kilometers to go in Liège-Bastogne-Liège. And through the crashes, do we have anyone important here? George Bennett is here, also Simon Geschke, Laporte and Guillaume Martin as well. So the Cofidis team is waiting. Also the Lotto Jumbo team is also waiting for their leaders. There's also Fabio Aru, which the Quebec team is waiting. And also, oh, that's the yellow jersey also coming to help here. Oh, that's actually Sean Bennett that has crashed, not George Bennett. So I do apologize for that one. The yellow, I thought it was the Jumbo Visma for a second, and there's another crash. And Bennett is down again. Well, not a good day for the yellow jersey, that's for sure. But is Sean Bennett able to go back up? Yes, but Max Walscheid isn't. So that's the second abandon of the day, or the third. Lost count already. And yeah, Sean Bennett back at the group, and it is not the wrong way back, but it's around 2.5 minutes. But crazy start already. Oh, there's a crash. Oh, it's right here. Oh no, it's a big one. It is a big one. Quintana is down, Colbrelli is down, Schelling is down, and Sean Bennett again. The yellow jersey is down for the 3rd time today. Tom Scoyens and Rui Costa abandons, as also Richie Porte. So 3 left behind here with 84 kilometers to go, while yellow jersey has to come back again as his Quebecer Assos teammates try to help them back. Caleb Ewan and Melier already dropped, but it is a hill stage, so it doesn't really matter. But the peloton is a long way ahead, and the breakaway has not been caught yet, so it's difficult times for our yellow jersey wearer right now. Oh, there's a crash, but it's a bit behind. Oh, it's in this A1 group. Thankfully, it's not the yellow jersey this time, with Schelling goes down, Soler as well. Oh, there's more crashes as this group comes by. And it is an abandon for Reto Hollenstein, and we are waiting for Dylan Tones if he's able to continue. He is able to, so 1 more plus 1. It's Reto Hollenstein with 59 kilometers to go. 19 kilometers to go, and we have an attack from Mark Donovan, and Dillier follows him. This is very important for the stage win, and Dillier goes again. Can he drop Mark Donovan on this climb in Côte de Rochefoucauld? I don't think so. While we have an attack from Madoua, maybe Cataneo, Quickstep are pacing for Alaphilippe, but time gap is currently 2 minutes as we have a crash behind. Let's see if it's big or it's a solo crash. It is a solo crash. Oh no, he's brought down Bernard and Simon, and Bernard is unable to continue, as Guarnieri also crashes here just up the road. He's able to continue, so that's good news for him. While we see Dillier currently soloing. Can he take the yellow jersey? I mean, the yellow jersey is not in the peloton, so it looks like he's the prime favorite at the moment to take the yellow jersey and the stage with 14.5 kilometers to go. Now 5.6 to go. The peloton is taking it lightly. As I say that, there's Woods, Alaphilippe and Simon Yates gone for an attack. We see the Ineos train responding well. Valverde also trying to bridge the gap. Sean Bennett is nowhere near this group at the moment, while Valverde continues the attack. We have this front three, but it looks like Dillier is on the main, not stretch. There's still the final kilometer, Côte d'Ans, and he will arrive in Liège. We look at the peloton. Alaphilippe has been caught, so it is going to be a little too late for them, as Micah prepares an attack for Tadej Pogačar in the final kilometer, as they see Dillier in the distance doing that famous left-hand turn. Alaphilippe goes for an attack as well. Pogačar, who's it going to be? It is Dillier who wins the stage, but are we going to see some time gap form here? Not really. Alaphilippe takes second. Pogačar comes in home third. And this 29-man group, things will certainly shake up in the GC. And here is Sean Bennett coming comfortably behind around 6 minutes, and it's fair to say that he will lose 3 of the 4 jerseys, maybe keep the green, but Dillier won the stage, so I don't think so either. So it's a sad day for Sean Bennett. Well, we had a crash from the backmarkers, and it is Jasper Philipsen who's unable to continue the stage, and I think I've missed one more, so I'll check on that as well. It was Julien Bernard, which I have missed, and he has also abandoned the stage, while Cavendish, De Klerk, they're making all comfortably in the time zone, that is 1 hour and 13 minutes. Looking at the results, it was Sylvain Dillier who won the stage, 56 seconds, and will he take home the GC? Yes, he will. Simon Yates though, only 1 minute and 11 behind. Sprint classification also goes to Sylvain Dillier with the points he has at the finish line. The KOM stays in Sean Bennett, as there were no categorized climbs, as it was a classic, and the young rider standings now goes to Tadej Pogačar. So Pogačar in white, and the team classification is still at Team Arkea Samsic, but Astana and Movistar are closing them down. One quick thing before we move on to the next stage. Here is the withdrawal list from today. 9 riders, making the total into 41 abandons in 5 stages. Now here it is, the Ronde van Vlaanderen for stage 6, the first heavily cobbled classic of the race. Vanalma, Askren, Nazen, to name a few favourites, but I'm really looking forward to the general classification carnage, and I really hope the peloton will go for this stage. We're on the way in Antwerp for the start of the Ronde van Vlaanderen. The first 100 kilometers are flat, but I expect a big breakaway to form, or at least a strong one, as we had to have attacks from Bissegger already, and Bennett will try to go on the breakaway, but I'll update you from the later in the race. Well, it was a fast start to the race, and it caused a crash behind, and Fabio Aru abandons, as we have in this group Colbrelli, Demar, a favourite for this stage maybe, Melier, Martin, Kwiatkowski, Froome, Soler and many more, and Thomas de Hent also behind in this group. Tish for DSM is also at the back, but still a long way to go. They'll be back soon, but Fabio Aru says goodbye to Tour de Bandon. Oh, there's a crash. Miles Scottson crash, bringing Caleb Ewan, who's crashing a fair few times during this series, and Miles Scottson is out of the race, and we have Chevalier is continuing. There's a crash in the breakaway, and Sean Bennett, who's made into the breakaway, is down. Is Dlamini gonna wait him? Henau's here. Henau's unable to continue, and Sean Bennett, maybe trying to get the yellow jersey back from the breakaway, has crashed. As we look at the breakaway, there's three Team Direct Energy riders: Duby, Cabot, Latour. Bisseguer is also in the break, Herada, Vliegen, and Jasper de Boost. But the peloton is not far away. They're not really setting a high tempo. 106 right in front, as we see Carapaz and Pogacar and Yates. They are really the serious contenders for the GC currently. Well, we've just passed Move on Arsberg, and it was a killer, as the group has split in many parts. Uran and Pogacar are doing well at the front bunch, as is Alaphilippe. But we have a few strugglers behind. Still 87 kilometers to go, and there's a crash, and this time Enric Mas is down. Stillier is down. The yellow jersey curse continues, as more people are also crashing. But let's see, what is the status of the crashers? Everyone continues. No abandons in this crash, but Dillier is behind. 84k to go. 64 kilometers to go, and the breakaway has been caught. The peloton have slowed the pace down, and there's another 40 behind that will join the main bunch slowly but surely. Swingergaard also one of the strugglers. Yeah, not many abandons today, but certainly plenty of action for the GC riders. Well, the second Paterberg has really split the groups. It's all a madness at the moment, but these guys are going to fight it out for the... Oh, there's a crash. Yep, there are many things happening at the moment, as we have a crash just entering the Paterberg. Do we have any abandons? Maybe Cyril Barth is good. Donovan is also good. So guys are carrying on, but let's look at the state of the groups at the moment. Carapaz is at the 10th group. She is here. Quintana is at the 4th group. The 3rd group containing Pogacar, and the 1st group Fuglsang going for yellow at the moment. And great performance by him currently at this front 4. Ooh, also looking, Miguel Angel Lopez is starting to struggle and really blocking off these riders, but Pogacar also showing struggling signs, but Alaphilippe seems to be decent. Also Pogacar is well positioned among the GC favourites. I can see Quintana, Yates all struggling with 40 kilometers to go. Asken and Stuyven have joined the front group, as we have a crash way behind. Do we have any abandons? Oh, there's another crash here. Oh, that was interesting animations currently, but the red car is really blocking things off at the moment. Stefan de Bod is here. There's also Kenny Ellison. De Bod, is he going to be able to continue? Yes. So good standards at the moment. 35 kilometers to go. Ooh, we see Maintis abandoning, but he's a far back. Yeah, unfortunate for him, but we see a lot of strugglers here currently. Chevalier maybe not going to make it able through the time cut, which we'll see at the end of the race. Entering the Quaremont, the group has slowed down a lot. Pogacar is here, but he's lost his energy. So are we going to see some attacks for the stage, or is it going to be a steady pace from now on? It was a steady pace, but now there are attacks. Askren, Sagan and Nason goes, but are they going to work together as the behind three, Stuyven, Fuglsang, Van Avermaet struggles kind of. Then we have the third group, which Alaphilippe is here. Then Pogacar group, also the yellow jersey Dillier is here. But at the front, the main racing is here. It is going to be one of these three, Oliver Naesen, Casper Asgreen or Peter Sagan, who's going to win the Ronde van Vlaanderen. Oh, there's an attack from Peter Sagan, but Asgreen and Naesen trying to follow. Asgreen has cracked, it seems. Yes, Oliver Naesen trying to get back on Peter Sagan. Is he going to be able to do it? I think he's going to come just a little bit short. But you never know, as we see Vincenzo Nibali attacking to the front of the peloton as Peter Sagan wins Ronde van Vlaanderen. And now we see attacks in the main bunch, but not really successful. Stuyven comes home in fourth, and now we're going to be waiting this front group, which Miguel Angel Lopez actually did well to hang on to it, as we have plenty of Movistar riders here. Let's see what the fuss is as Ballerini takes the bunch sprint. 1 hour 21 the time limit, so I think everyone will be fine again. So yeah, let's go to the results page, I guess, or I don't know if there will be any more crashes, as I just see Gaudu and Carapaz losing a lot of time. A few strugglers here. Are they going to be able to make it in the time cap? Nick Dlamini and Elie Jesper. They were in the breakaway as well. So let's fast forward to the finish line to see if they're going to be. Here they are, Nick Dlamini and Elie Jesper coming to the finish line, and they are not able to make it in the time gap, that is 1 hour 21 minutes. So we say goodbye to 2 more people. Well, Peter Sagan and this group of 4 have managed to get 6 minutes on the main bunch, as there are loads of time gaps. So people like Dan Martin losing 17 minutes today. We only have 4 withdrawals and 2 out of limits, so 6 abandons. I expected more, not gonna lie. And the GC, Sylvain Dillier, loses it by 14 seconds. How tight of margins that is. Simon Yates and Tadej Pogacar look good on the rankings, as Julian Alaphilippe has also climbed into the top 10, as we see a more GC shaped general classification, more climbers shaped general classification. Now Asgreen is 18th. For the sprint classification it is still Dillier. Mountain classification still the same. The white stays in Pogacar and the team goes to Movistar team. Now it's time for stage 7, the Kasselberg stage. There are the Mont Cassel with the cobble sectors. With the cobble sector, that's not too difficult, but it is a hilly route. Some K1 points, 3 sprint gates. So this is the stage if you want to get some points for the points classification. I think it's going to be a breakaway stage. Let's see what happens. 3D race indeed. We're on the way in Wormhout for the 7th stage of Tour de Bandon, as we see the jersey areas at the front of the group, and it is a 168 kilometer stage. The breakaway is already taking shape. They have a good chance of winning this stage. Plenty of downhill sections in that circuit, and also gradients of 7-8% also visible. So let's see what will happen, as we see Dylan Teuns attacking. Could be a stage winner attack right there. Oh, there's a crash behind the group, and it's Geschke and Bosenhagen abandoning on the first downhill of Mont Cassel. Looking at the front of the race, we have a 17-man breakaway already having a 5-minute lead, so I think it's going to be a stage win for them. Dillier is here, so with a possible stage win, he will be able to take the yellow jersey back from Jakob Fuglsang, as we don't really see a cooperation here at the moment, as we get that lighting bug that I so hate in this game. But anyway, fast forwarding into the action. Oh no, it's a big crash. It is a massive crash, and it is a crash of 37. No abandons, but a massive crash. Yates, Pogacar is down, Nibali is down. Is the group going to chase after this one? See Astana in the front, but no big chase. Sylvain Dillier attacks for the KOM point, as we might see a new KOM leader, but it's still Ben O'Connor and Sean Bennett leading it with 13 points. So 1 minute only and the peloton is back, but early scare for the riders. There's a crash behind, and it is a 12-man crash, which I think Cyril Barth was the first one down, patiently waiting on who'll be abandoned after this crash. It is Cyril Barth who says goodbye to Tour d'Abandon in day 7. Well, there's another crash, the peloton. This time it's Pogačar again. It is Pogačar again. Yates goes back up, Pogačar goes back up. But Ballerini is not back up. Those downhill sections are really, really important. And there is the UAE team waiting for their leader, Tadej Pogačar. But he seems to be having a few struggles currently at this race. Ooh, big one right in front of me. I was going fast forward, so I didn't really see the full impact of it. But, ooh, I was scared for a second. But Nibali. A big lead for the front group, and it's a good size for Dillier. He's en route for the yellow jersey. Well, there's a crash. Simon Yates is down. Simon Yates is down, and he's brought the favourites. Oh, Benoit Pauls, Fuglsang. The yellow jersey is down. The yellow curse continues, and Simon Yates abandons. That is huge for the Tour. That is huge for the Tour, as we have another crash. It is Duby who crashed first, bringing down Roland Bonnemour, Hastings, Tony Martin, as the yellow jersey is trying to make his way back at the front. Duby abandons, Kelderman's crashed, Greipel's crashed. It is a really mad stage currently, and Frank Duby says goodbye to Tour d'Abandon as well. Well, this is mental. Jakob Fuglsang, now we're on focus, and he's going to be able to make it back with Carapaz as the peloton is going slow. But we see an attack from Chris Froome currently, and we'll have probably the breakaway lapping the peloton. Imagine the scenes if the peloton was over time limit. I don't really want it, so the excitement is gone, but it is a possibility as the time gap is 16 minutes. As we have another crash, it's Pierre Latour who was in the breakaway, who's crashed here, so Vingegaard should watch out. And Latour is going to continue. Well, we see Dylan turns in attack to this 4 of Dillier, Clark, Vliegen. It's going to be a good battle for the stage win, but I think Dylan Turns has it for me. Let's see who's going to win this stage. As we have a crash. Ooh, Durbridge. Van Poppel, Hamilton, Schelling. It's a big one of 32. Matthews is all good. We have a few abandons. It's Tougy, Durbridge, Van Poppel who have abandoned this race, and oh, De Bod is still down. Stefan De Bod is abandoning as well, so there's 4 just from this crash, and really a mad race currently as we see the peloton going at a steady pace again. As 9.7 kilometers to 21.5 kilometers, the gap is huge. Now in focus at the front of the race is this Dylan Turns and Chris Froome attacking. Can Chris Froome take a stage in Tour d'Abandon? It will be the scenes that you love to see, but Dillier is comfortable that he has yellow and will be able to keep his green jersey as well after a great stage finish today. As Froome goes again, Dylan Turns is back here. Chris Froome attacks as he passes, he laps some of the riders. 1.1 kilometers to go. Froome in the lead, Loic Vliegen following him, Clark also. Froome's slender lead, is it going to be enough for him? 700 meters to go. As we see Turns struggling, Turns cracked, but Froome cracks as well. Is it going to be Dillier again? Is it going to be Clark? It's going to be Vliegen. It's close, but it is going to be the Vantigroup rider Loic Vliegen taking the stage in some style. Chris Froome comes in 4th, and Dillier, our new yellow jersey, comes in 3rd. And here is the peloton coming to the finish line, and they've neutralized the stage for themselves, not really caring about the GC, but it will be Garcia Cortina leading the peloton of this 90-man group. So yeah, maybe a strike against the organizers here. Should I take this too seriously? But what a stage it has been. Anyways, let's go to the results page. Well, we're here at the results page, and Loic Vliegen won the stage ahead of Simon Clark. It was 23 minutes to the bunch group. So looking at the withdrawals today, we had plenty of withdrawals, including Simon Yates, Kasper Askren and Vincenzo Nibali. Well, that is amazing. 125 left before the Paris-Roubaix. I really didn't think that was going to happen, and Victor Del Parte losing 58 minutes. The general classification is led by Sylvain Dillier, and it is a huge gap. Well, this is going to be the end of the racing for this episode. Now let's go to the overview screen and see who wears the jerseys. Well, here is our overview page, and we had plenty of abandons today. 27 in total. We see some Sylvain Dillier, Loic Vliegen and Peter Sagan in stage wins. The yellow jersey is in Sylvain Dillier's hands with a 19-minute gap in his favour. Then the green jersey is also in Sylvain Dillier with 120 points to the second place. The polka dot jersey is led by Ben O'Connor after his the Grand Depart heroics, and Nelson Paulus gets the white jersey back from Tadej Pogacar as he was in the breakaway today. The team classification also goes to Quebecer Assos, and is a successful campaign for them so far. Next up, we will have a special episode, probably one of the deadliest episodes we're going to have. It's going to be Paris-Roubaix and Strade Bianche. We'll only have 2 stages, so we'll get to cover more of it. I'm expecting some madness. I hope you do as well. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't miss out on Tour de Band in action. And I'll see you in the next one.